These are the best wins of the Greater Western Sydney Giants Football Club. With my guest, Alex Williams, who you would know from many Australian films. He's a great actor, but he's also the host of one of the best AFL podcasts going around. They Might Become Giants, where you're convincing an NRL fan to join the good side here. But Alex, what's your journey? How did you become a Giants fan? You grew up in Perth, for God's sake.
I grew up in Perth supporting Richmond for no apparent reason. I never saw them play live. I remember vaguely really liking Nahas as a player. Remember him?
Okay, vaguely. Yeah.
Don't know. Maybe I just liked the obscure play. I wasn't a huge AFL fan. Let's face it. I was more into basketball. But when I moved to Sydney, the Giants. The year that I moved to Sydney, the Giants were starting. They had set up Team GWS.
It was 2012.
They started playing in 2012.
Yep.
Yeah. So I jumped straight on. Went. This is meant to be. New city, new me, new team.
You sat through the first few years, which were absolutely diabolical.
Yeah.
Okay, how many wooden spoons?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, fair enough. But kudos to you is what I'm saying. It's not like you're jumping on at the glory days.
Yeah, I think the good thing about those early years was you did just kind of go to the games, going like, this is a development game. As a scout, you go, oh, he's handy. You
nice.
could see the pieces. So it was a quicker rise than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It was I think 2015 was when I started to go, oh, we might be good soon.
Is that one of the wins? Like the game where you just remember it?
No.
Okay, then I'll just ask, what was the game
not.
where you finally went, hang on, good stuff is happening?
It would have been at the end. Yeah, it was early 2016.
Yeah,
was
nice.
when I went, oh, this team's really good. We had Williams and Wilson off halfback.
Okay.
That combo. I remember going, they kept taking the game on, and they both had really good kicks at the time. I remember going, this is dangerous. Them with Whitfield playing.
I love that you're looking at the strategy and stuff.
Yeah,
This is an actor just looking at what's the
exactly.
motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
How did this get? Because so many people would just be like Cameron, Patton, Green, Cement Head.
No, well, that was the beginning of the tsunami. That was the beginning of the Orange Tsunami. Was Whitfield, Williams, and Wilson, who's retired now.
Oh, fair enough. It was 8 years ago. Anyway, let's get into it. Number 5.
Number 5 was round 10, 2017 against West Coast. This is where we went over to WA, my hometown, and we gave them a last-minute shellacking. I think we kicked the last 4 goals.
Ooh.
And Toby Green kicks an absolutely goal from about 50 on an incredible angle. Just like drop punt as well. It doesn't go the angle, just punts it straight through the middle. But a very, very exciting game. I love hearing West Australian crowds go really quiet.
Yes.
And especially since we had no fans there.
Yeah.
So it's not even, you don't even hear the like, yeah. You just heard nothing. Sadness.
Number 4.
This game was against Richmond at Giants Stadium, and it was the 2017 comeback victory where Jeremy Cameron kicks one from 50 off his beautiful left boot to put the dagger through the heart.
I believe Shai Bolton scored his first ever goal and then it was disallowed.
He did, because Harry Perryman got a touch to it. And I think that was early on when they were bringing out the score review.
Yeah, I agree.
So there was, Richmond fans were angry about, justice being served.
That was peak Richmond fans throwing massive tantrums because they won the flag later that year, which really ruined a lot of good comedy.
Yeah, it ruined Ninthman. Which I really, really enjoyed. But also the history was that they just kept flogging us. I mean, I remember Rewalt came to Giant Stadium, maybe it was the year before, and he kicked 10.
Oof.
And it was just one of those beautiful, beautiful games where the kick from the back line, straight down the guts, just got fisted out the back and onto a streaming 3 Giants players who gave it to Jeremy Cameron. And I was in the crowd as he kicked towards me. And, oh, God, it felt good. It was a cold night. And, we were up and about. And it felt really, really, really good. I mean, those are the moments, the game winners, match winners in the final minute. And we were good at icing games, and that one felt good.
I'm just so envious you then get to go.
2014, round 1 against the Swans. 2014, the first time little brother belted big brother.
As a youngest, that's a great metaphor.
That was the call, I believe. Remember where you were the first time little brother hammered big brother.
Oh, is that Anthony Hudson? It sounds like Anthony Hudson.
But it was a brilliant call on the rewatch, which I watched many, many times. But this game was very exciting at Giant Stadium because it was what I call the lightning game, where they had to pause at 3/4 time because lightning hit one of the towers. And there was like bits of the light tower like falling onto the ground. and there was this sort of orange moon and storm coming from the west, and it just felt, you couldn't write it. It was a beautiful, beautiful day.
I was in Adelaide, and it was a close game at the end.
Very close,
I was watching it in a sports bar before my gig, and I remember GWS won, and everyone was shocked because Swans had been, they went on to be top of the ladder that year. And when the song came on, I started going, "There's a big, big sound," and a bloke turned to her and went, "I will buy you a jug of beer if you know the whole thing." Of course I did. It's the best song in the AFL. I got a free beer. It was Cooper's, so not as good. But I enjoyed that game as well.
Oh, it was a fantastic win, and we've enjoyed beating the Swans fairly regularly ever since.
The second best win of GWS in their entire lifetime with Alex Williams. Go.
2023, the Toby Green match winner at the SCG.
This is against Swans as well.
This is Swans as well. Surprise! There's a theme at the top end of this. This was I remember where I was for this game because I was in the little cheer squad section for the Giants.
Oh, great.
And it was a wet day. It was a bit of a miserable day, and I think they were about 4 to 5 goals up in that going into the last quarter. And it really didn't feel like we were a chance. But Xavier O'Halloran kicked a couple, and then all of a sudden, I think we were 5 points down. And enter TFG. He, I don't know how you lose him at the contest, but there was like a contentious little throw from Himmelberg.
And TFG is Toby Green.
Toby something Green.
Francis?
Yes, Francis Green, as everyone knows him. Toby Francis Green. Got onto his right foot straight through the middle. And when I say it was like we few, we happy few, we band of brothers. We were in this little section of Giants fans who had made it. And in that charcoal Never Surrender jersey as well, it just even sweeter.
It does look good. What's the banter like between Swans and Giants fans? Are they having a go at you because your Dow Jones portfolio isn't as good as theirs? Are you having a go at them because you actually know the rules? What?
Yeah, I mean, mostly, they're not asking for photos with us because the Swans fans have to be the best looking fans in the AFL. Let's just say that. We'd be breaking their cameras. But they tend to just go a little quiet. I mean, I've had a bit of back and forth with some Swans fans over these, especially in this next game coming up.
And the best win that GWS have had, I'm thinking it's against Swans again.
It is. It's round 5, 2021. Now, this was a very similar to the Toby Green match winner, but this, I think, is just edges it. It's Josh Kelly streaming through the pack, sharks the ruck, gets on the outside, left boot, tough angle, and puts us in front by a couple of points to win it in the death in the last 30 seconds of the game. Now, I was at the SCG for this up in the bleachers, and we'd had these Swans fans behind us, beside us, in front of us, just
all around
giving.
What's the ratio? If we go to a Swans Giants game at the SCG, how many of them to you? Is like 10 to 1?
It's worse than that.
Oh, right.
It is much worse than that. It's maybe 1,000 Giants.
Oh, wow.
So
it's like an interstate game.
Yeah. And it was, again, it's cold. We were struggling that year, but wow. Josh Kelly, just pure class round the corner. And did we give it back to them, the Swans fans? Yes, we did.
Damn straight.
It was brutal, but we had a great evening, dancing through the crowd, and hurling a few insults.
So that's Alex's list. What did you get wrong? What did you get right? Are there any other GWS wins that you want to savour, Giants fans? And it doesn't matter what team you go for. Check out the They Might Become Giants footy podcast, which is a great story. Fighting the code wars on the front line. Do you have anything else you want to plug?
No, just you can watch NRL and you can watch AFL. It's all good.
Well, I mean, sure you can. You've got options.
Come to the pub, watch some AFL. It's good fun.
All right, let's go now.